Hey guys, welcome to Anna Loves Makeup. Today I'm going to be trying on some products that I actually purchased at the Sephora sale. I wanted to do a get ready with me using these products because I've tried them and I really do love them and I wanted to share them with you. So at the end of the video, I'm going to be going over some of the products that didn't actually work for me that I bought from that sale. So I'm kind of doing like a quick update for you guys, letting you know which ones did not work. Let's go ahead and get started because I'm really excited to put these on my skin today. So the first thing I want to do is eyes. I want to go in with the Revolution Pro Eye Elements Central Eye Primer. You guys have seen me use this before. I'm just going to put a couple of dots on my eyelids and then I'm going to spread it out with this brush. I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows really quickly, and I'm going in with the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in medium brown. I have been loving this for my eyebrows because it's so easy, so quick. It doesn't take me any time to put this powder on my eyebrows. So I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, brows are done for now, but I am going to go over them with the brow mascara later. So let's go ahead and start with the eyes. I am going to set my eye primer with the Undone powder. Just put it all over. Next, I'm going to go into the Natasha Denona Mini Retro Palette. I have been loving this palette, guys. It is so gorgeous on the eyes. I love the colors in the palette. They go so well together. Now, this palette is very pigmented. It's easily blendable. It just gives off a really beautiful romantic look to the eyes. So I really love it. I am going to go in with this shade right here first, and I'm going to use that same brush, which is the Blender Pro by Sonia G, and I'm just going to go into the crease with that. I really feel like you can do a lot of looks with this palette. These shades can be worn on their own or they can be paired up together. They just blend really well together. Next shade I'm going to go into is this one right here, and I'm using that same brush, and I'm going to take this just into the crease. This is a shimmer shade. I'm just going to go on the outside of the eye as well as into the crease with it. Look how pretty that looks. Some people wouldn't wear this shimmer shade in the crease, but I love it for the crease. It's just personal preference. There's no rules to makeup. I just do whatever makes me happy, and usually it turns out really nicely. I'm going to go in with the Sonia G Mini Booster, and I'm going to take that darker shade in the middle, which is like this beautiful kind of gray shade, and I'm just going to go right into the crease and on the corner of that eye, just kind of packing it on just to kind of deepen it up. I love the Natasha Denona mini palettes. The ones that I have, I've never had issues with. They've always had good color payoff. They've always blended really well, and I love the price of them too. They're only like 25 bucks most of the time. So I would say if you're wanting to try Natasha Denona and you don't want to spend a fortune, I would definitely try her mini palettes because they're always so good. Now I'm going to go in with the Builder Pro by Sonia G, and I'm going to go into this shimmer shade here. I'm just going to put this on my eyelid, and basically what I'm doing is just bringing it over to that darker shade and just kind of blending it in with the darker shade so they layer on each other really well. Alright, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and just clean it up a little bit on the edges. I just take a makeup wipe and I just kind of clean it up. I'm not trying to provide a sharp line or anything. I'm just kind of cleaning up the edge here. I'm looking at this eye look right now and I'm just loving it. I'm loving the way it came out. So I'm going to put on my Becca Under Eye Hydrating Primer or the Anti-Fatigue. I am going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Cover Up Concealer in medium. I'm just placing this right here, mainly in the corner because I do have some darkness there. For primer today, I'm going to go in with the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. This is my absolute favorite primer, and I'm just going to put it on the outer perimeter of my face. because I'm using something new for my T-zone. And what I'm using for my T-zone today is the Waso Shiseido Poreless Matte Primer. This is a lifesaver, guys. I have worn this all day. I've worn this out in the heat at work, and this keeps me so matte and it covers up my pores so well. This is a product that I had been eyeing for a long time, and I had put it in my Sephora cart, and when the sale rolled around, I picked it up. And the next time another sale comes around, because I think this is gonna last me a long time because a little goes a long way, I'm definitely gonna pick another one up. Anyway, let me show it to you up close so you guys can see, but this is what the packaging looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and put just a little bit, and I'm gonna show you how much I use for my entire T-zone, because this is the area where I have pores, and then this is the area where I get the most oily, especially during the summer. So this is how much I use. You don't need a lot of this, guys. You only need a little bit. So I just take it between my fingers, and then I just kind of press it in, just in that area where I need it. And you can feel, when you put it on, you can feel that it's drying really quickly. And it's just like mattifying. My nose and my face in this area gets matte so quick, and it stays matte, which I love. I love this product. I'm so happy that I purchased it. So that is the Waso Shiseido Poreless Matte Primer. Love, love this. You guys will see this again in my favorites because it is a game changer for me. So for foundation today, I am gonna go in with a foundation that I was going to purchase during the sale, and I didn't because I thought I had one here in my collection and I couldn't remember, and every time I was going to purchase it, I was not at home and I was on my phone. I was either at work or thinking about it, and I didn't purchase it, and I'm glad I didn't because I did have a bottle here at home, and it's the Luminous Silk Foundation by Giorgio Armani. I've used this foundation forever. I can't even remember when I bought this. It's not a full bottle, so I do want to use this up, but I also want to get a darker shade. I feel like this shade is perfect right now while I'm not tanned, but once I get tanned during the summer, I'm probably going to need a darker shade than this. This one's in 7.5, but I had pulled it out of my collection and I started using it and I fell in love with it again. Now, this is one of those products that I loved when I first used it, and then I started not liking it, and then I loved it again. So that's probably why I didn't get rid of it. But anyway, today I'm going to use it because, like I said, I've been loving it for my skin. It just looks really, really pretty. And I love it with a powder that I'm going to show you guys as well. The combination is perfect. I think I have a lot less than what I thought I had because I'm like literally sitting here trying to pump it out. I'm probably gonna have to buy a bottle a lot sooner. So I'm gonna speed through this process because you guys have seen me put foundation on. I'm going in with my e.l.f. sponge, and I'm just gonna start applying the product. Okay, I went ahead and applied my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Tan. I want to put on some lip balm because my lips feel really chapped right now. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with concealer. This concealer is also a product that I purchased from the sale. It's a Too Faced Instant Coverage Concealer, and it comes like in a little pot like this. And the shade that I got was Bisque. Now, I thought initially that Bisque was gonna be way too light for me, but it's not. It's like perfect. So I know initially it's gonna look light when you see me put it on, but eventually it blends in, and once I put the powder on, it looks fine. I'm gonna use this IT Cosmetics concealer brush to apply the concealer, but I'm going to blend it out with my sponge because I like the way it looks better with the sponge than with the brush. So I'm going to just dab it just on those under eyes. This concealer, guys, is super full coverage. It is so beautiful under the eyes. It looks so seamless, so smooth. It's not emollient. I know sometimes when they come in these pots, they're a little more emollient or they're really dry. This is just perfect. It's not dry, it's not emollient, it's creamy, it blends in really well. I love it. I love the coverage too because it covers up my dark circles. Even though I put the Charlotte Tilbury concealer, and I don't know if that's the name of it, guys. I will put the name right here because I can't remember what it's called. But even though I don't use that, and I've used this concealer on its own without that, it looks so good. It covers up so well. I'm just super impressed with this concealer. Now, I wish it wasn't in a pot. I wish it would have come like in a tube, or like a tube with a wand, but it is what it is, and I can deal with the fact that it's in a pot because I love it that much. So yeah, so that's why I use the brush, so I don't stick my finger in there. I just kind of use this brush, and I just continue to clean the brush and then put it into the pot to get the product. I am gonna dab just a little bit more. So I go in little by little. I don't put a lot of product under there at one time. I just kind of dab my brush in there very lightly and pick up a little bit of product and then place it on my under eye. Usually I'll go in there twice and then I'm done. Now, like I said, it does look very light underneath the eyes, but in a little bit when I put powder, it's not gonna look like that. It's gonna blend in. And guys, I really don't mind when a concealer's brightening under there, because I do like my under eyes to be brightened as opposed to having them the same color as my foundation. So I do like a little bit of brightness under there. I feel like it makes me look more awake, and it just kind of opens up my eyes. So that's why I like it like that. Anyway, let me go ahead and put the powder on. Now for powder for my under eyes, I'm using the new Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection powder in light. So this is the packaging here. My youngest daughter purchased this and another product I'm about to show you for me for Mother's Day, and I was so excited because I had been wanting to try this, and I wanted to try the other product that I'm going to show you. I haven't used this product and the other product as much as I've used the other stuff, but I did try this already and I love it. Now, I haven't worn it like for 8 or 9 hours, but I will be testing this out very soon for a lengthier period of time. But for now, I absolutely love it. I think it looks gorgeous under the eyes, and it sets this concealer perfectly. So I'm gonna go in with the mini cheek brush by Sonia G, and it's just small enough that it fits right under the eye. And I will say, guys, that this does not crease on me. It looks super smooth. Even looking at it right now, it looks so super smooth. There's no creases. It just does a good job of staying put and not moving around. I will say this is very powdery, so you don't need to go in too heavy-handed with it, but I'm just gonna press that into the under eye. And to me, guys, it does have a very beautiful blurring effect. It looks really soft under there when I put this on top of that concealer. I haven't tried it with other concealers, but I am going to try it with my Giorgio Armani concealer, my Hourglass concealer, my Charlotte Tilbury, all the concealers that I love. I am gonna try it with those, but this combination so far has worked really well. So I'm so grateful that my daughter bought this for me. I will be trying it, like I said, with other concealers, and then also testing out the longevity of it. Now, I did not purchase this at the sale, but I did get it as a 100-point perk. So I wanted to use it again today. I love this powder, guys, for my T-zone. It is called the IT Cosmetics by Pores Pressed Powder. Now, I've tried the loose powder, but it's not anything comparable to this. I don't know if it has the same ingredients or it doesn't, or if there's something different about this one, but the loose powder did not do what this powder does for my T-zone. So let me get a brush. So I'm just gonna use this e.l.f. highlighting brush because that's what I've been using it with. And I just dip it in there and it picks up quite a bit of product. So you don't need to go heavy-handed with this either. And so I just kind of press it just in my T-zone, and it blurs this whole area out. Now let me say this, the Waso that I used by Shiseido, that does a great job of blurring my pores, keeping me matte, so I really love that underneath my foundation. But with this just makes that whole area look super, super smooth. So the Waso's doing its job but I think this on top of it just makes it look extremely seamless. So it's really, really beautiful. I just love it to complete that area. Okay, so I'm gonna powder my face, and I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way powder. It's the Ethereal Setting Powder, and I love pairing this powder with the Giorgio Armani foundation. I think it just makes it look so flawless. So I'm going to go ahead and powder. See how smooth that is? Looks really, really pretty. Okay, here's the other product my youngest bought me for Mother's Day. It's the Kosas bronzer in medium. This is the packaging, which I think is really cool packaging. I love this frosted acrylic. I think it just looks really cool. So this is the powder itself. Now I did purchase this powder during the sale in the shade Deep, but that one was really dark for me. So I ended up selling it to my friend Jules. So my daughter knew that I wanted the medium, so she went ahead and bought this one for me for Mother's Day. Yeah, I'm really excited because I've tried this already, guys, and I love it. I love, love, love the sheen, the color, everything about it. It's just so beautiful on the skin. So I'm gonna use this Japanese tapered brush, and it's very pigmented, as you can see, and I'm going to bronze my face. Look how pretty that is. Oh gosh, it's so beautiful. Put a little bit on my nose. Down my neck. Like I said, it does have a sheen to it, so if you're not into bronzers that have like a sheen to them or any kind of shininess to them, and it's really not shiny, it's more of like a sheen, this would not be something that you would like because it's not matte at all, but it's still so pretty on the skin. I love the way it blends. I don't have any issues with it being streaky or being too like harsh on the skin. It just looks really bronzy and just healthy on the skin. I'm gonna go ahead and do my lashes really quickly, and then I'll come back and we'll finish off the eyes, and then we'll go into lips. See you in a bit. All right, guys, lashes are done. I'm gonna go ahead and do my lower lash line, and I'm gonna go in with this pink shade first, and then I'm gonna go in with the gray shade. I'm gonna come a little lower with that pink shade. And I'm gonna take that gray shade and go closer to the lash line. All right, so let's go ahead and go into lips. I am using this Patrick Ta lip liner and She's Strong. This is not new. I've actually had this in my collection. I really do love his lip liner, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this one today. And for lipstick today, I'm gonna go in with the Artist Couture lipstick in Saucy Gal. This is the outside packaging. I really wanted to buy more of these, but they only had this one in stock when I went online to purchase, so I just got the Saucy Gal. But this lipstick, guys, is really creamy, goes on really smooth on the lips. It doesn't have like a matte finish or a satin finish. It's kind of in between. It's really nice, and I really love the shade too. It's kind of a nice like kind of peachy nude shade, just really pretty on the lips. Now it probably doesn't go with this eye look because the eye look's more on the cool tone side. So what I'm gonna do is add some lip gloss, and I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay Midnight Cowgirl lip gloss. I just did a Forget-Me-Nots video with my friend Jules, who's here on YouTube. We actually started the series so that we could go ahead and use a lot of makeup that we've had in our collections that we still love and haven't seen in a while or used in a while. So this was one of those products. And I love how it goes on this lipstick. It looks really pretty. Okay guys, this is the finished look using all those products that I purchased at the Sephora sale that I loved. So now let me get into some products that did not work for me. So the first item that did not work for me was the Kosas concealer. This is called a Revealer Concealer, and this is what the packaging looks like. I have put it back in the packaging because once the stores open, which they're opening I think on May 22nd here in Dallas, so I will be returning this to the store. But this right here is what the packaging looks like, and this did not work on me for anything. As soon as I put this on, it faded on my under eyes. It looked horrible. It just looked like it melted under there. Like it just kind of melted and disappeared. It looked really bad. So This did not work for me, and it is going back for that reason. So the next product that did not work for me was the Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Bronzer. I'm not going to take it out of the packaging because you guys have already seen it. I got this in, I think, Honey Glaze, and I recently did a video using this and the blushes. The blushes didn't work for me either. I wore the blush one day to work, and my friend Joel said she couldn't even see the blush on my skin. And I believe the reason it didn't work for me was because it has an ingredient called Candelilla wax. I think that's how you say it, Candelilla wax. I'm gonna read to you a description of what Candelilla wax is. It's a plant-based wax and a suitable vegan alternative to beeswax. Like beeswax, this unique wax has quite a high melting point and acts as a stabilizer and emulsifier in balms, creams, salves, and lotions. It is skin conditioning, easily absorbed, odorless, and rich in nutrients. So I'm pretty sure that because it has that ingredient in it, that is the reason why it did not stay on my skin. Because when I put these on, they disappeared. They melted on my skin. So they didn't have any staying power at all for me. I was really hoping they weren't so emollient either. These are super emollient products, and I just feel like they're way too emollient for my skin type. They just disappeared on my skin. So anyway, for that, they're going back. The next product is the Glowy Stamp by KAJA. This did not go on my skin well. It did not show on my skin well. I mean, I really like the concept of it, you know, stamping it on the skin and then blending it out. I try to blend it out with my fingers. I tried to use a brush. I tried to use a sponge. It just doesn't do well on my skin. So yeah, this is a no-go for me. And then the last product that I purchased during the sale was the Retinol Eye Cream by Inky. This comes out very watery at first, and then after it comes out watery, the cream starts to come out. So I don't know if it's melting in here from a cream to a water type product. I'm not sure what's going on with this. I just feel like there's probably something wrong with the product if it's doing that. So yeah, those are my updates on the products that I purchased during the Sephora sale, showing you what worked and what didn't. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we will talk to you on the next one.